Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where obvious answers mean nothing and obscure answers mean everything. Let's meet today's players. Welcome back, Drew and Lloyd. You're our first pair this afternoon. You were on the show last time. Remind us what happened.
We fell down by only knowing that Ringo Starr was a member of the Beatles.
Not me, though, Drew. That was Drew. I know the Ringo Starr was a member.
Got it right, look. Got it right, OK?
But you scored 98.
Yeah.
It's not 100,
Two better than wrong, Drew. Two better than wrong. So we discovered last time that you are both studying at Bangor.
We are.
When you're not doing that, what do you like to do? Lloyd?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I like to dance. I'm a disco dance champion.
Oh, Lloyd. Oh, Lloyd.
And you're going to make me do it, aren't you, Alexander?
Oh, dear.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Listen.
I'm the master at the hand jive.
Are you?
And I'll only do it if you do it with me.
In that case, we shall just have to take your word. Wow. Very good. Now, Drew, what do you do with your feet while you're doing this with your hands?
What do I do with my feet?
Yes.
They're moving too.
OK. Very best of luck to you. It's great to have you back on the show. Next, we welcome Benali and Freya. Now, how do you two know each other?
Well, we both go to the University of Sussex. We're doing postgrad study there.
What are you studying, Freya?
I'm doing an MPhil in American literature, so my kind of specialist, if I can say that subject, is Kerouac. Kind of 50s, 60s
Very
American literature.
good. OK, so beat literature of the 60s would be right up your street.
That would be perfect.
Brilliant. Benali, what are you studying?
Well, I'm doing a PhD in psychology, specifically researching schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia questions we don't really have, do we?
Yeah. Not
so
much.
Not so much. No. Well, Benali and Freya, it's lovely to have you here. Very, very best of luck this afternoon. And next, we welcome Paul and Eddie. Now, how do you two know each other?
Well, we've known each other quite a long time because we happen to be brothers. Yeah, so quite a while, really.
Can't argue with that.
Quite a while. Where are you from, Paul and Eddie?
Well, at the moment now we live in Clacton-on-Sea in Essex.
Oh, what do you do in Clacton?
Well, at the moment we're between jobs. We had a pool club in Clacton that we had for just on 5 years, and we sold that a little while ago.
So what next?
Well, I've applied for HM Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Have you really?
Yes, I have.
So you patrol, do you?
No,
or do you,
no, shore-based. Shore-based.
Hang on, you're going to be like Baywatch. In Essex.
Nice.
Is that what it's going to be? You're basically Hasselhoff.
What, figure?
A couple of months on Baywatch, and I'd say you'd be svelte as you like, I should think, running up and down Clacton-on-Sea.
I like you.
Yeah.
I like you a lot.
There you are. Yeah. Paul, what do you plan? What are your plans?
Well, I've just recently finished the course for my SIA base, which is the security systems. I want to get into the security game. CCTV, observation, that type of thing. So.
Oh, I see. So you're not going to go... You're not a mercenary?
No.
Not that kind of security.
Yeah, when he goes to the bar.
Yeah.
Well, Paul and Eddie, it's fabulous to have you here. Very, very best of luck to the pair of you. And finally, we've got Gwyn and Matt. Now, how do you two know each other?
I know Matt because Matt is my son. We met quite a long time ago, about 34 years ago. And if you think he looks bad now, you should have seen him then. He looked like a shriveled prune.
I'm guessing he didn't have the sideburns then.
Not at that stage.
That would be scary, wouldn't it?
He never.
Oh, a baby coming out looking like Alvin Stardust.
No, his mum had the sideburn. No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
So where have you come from? I think I have a rough idea.
We've come from Cardiff, South Wales.
Very good indeed. Matt, what do you do there?
I work for a large art centre, but I actually work for the cinema department within that art centre, and I organise and run the education programme for the cinema department.
You do realise, Matt, you have now set yourself up for any film questions that come up.
Well, as long as they're children, I get to watch a lot of children's films.
Gwyn, how about you? What do you do?
I like to play pool. I used to be a good... Well, I could have been a good snooker player, but I never got the break.
Have you ever been to Clacton-on-Sea and played any pool there? There was a brilliant pool hall there. I don't know what's happened to it now, because it's fallen into...
No, it was a front. That was a front. Oh, yeah, man, that was... they weren't making their money from pool,
I did wonder, because I never saw a single person play
I've
pool
heard one of them now, he's going to work for the Coast Guard. And the other one is into CCTV.
Yeah. Don't look good, does it? No, not at all.
Gwyn, I tell you what, I'm not sure we've had parrots yet on shirts. Have we had parrots? I think it's the first.
No, I think, yeah, I think you may be a fashion leader.
I believe that it reflects my personality. It's bright, it's colourful, and it keeps repeating itself. I'd say it keeps repeating itself.
Well, it's great to have you both here. Very, very best of luck to the pair of you. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show as it goes on. There's only one person left for me to introduce. He is the yeoman warder of the Obscurity Crown Jewels. There as both security and a national tourist attraction. He's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hiya. Hello. How are you? You all right?
Yeah, very well.
Well, what a bunch we got with us today.
You're telling me.
Blimey. The first round is one of those ones that I think that has been asked for most ever in Pointless history. People in the studio, people in the street say, why don't you do a round on this? Round one today is the thing I've been asked for more than any other round in Pointless history, I think.
Well, now, we have put all our questions to 100 people before the show, but this is pointless, so we are after the obscure answers they didn't get. To stay in the game with a chance to win our jackpot, all our players need to do is score as few points as they possibly can. Now, what everyone's trying to do, of course, is find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £6,250. There we are. Right, let's play Pointless. Now, in the first round, each of you must give me one answer, and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever team has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated. OK, our first category this afternoon is fashion. Can you all decide in your pairs? Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many types of trouser as they could. You're right.
People always ask for it, don't they?
Always asking for types of trouser.
People say, can we do musicals or maybe types of trouser? And we say one day it'll come up. Yeah, all the correct answers in this round will be types of trouser or short.
Trouser or short. Now then, Drew and Lloyd. You all drew lots before the show, and this afternoon you get to go first. Now, in this round, we are going to give you a choice of 7 possible answers on the board in each pass. Your first set of 7 possible types of trouser reads like this. Bracky, +4s, ice slips, shalwar, cords, pantaloons, flares. Bracky, +4s, ice slips, shalwar, cords, pantaloons, flares. Now, I can tell you that at least one of those answers is pointless, and at least one of those answers is incorrect. Pick one of those, and you will score the maximum of 100 points. So then, Drew, it falls to you to get the ball rolling this afternoon.
Gotta start somewhere. I know a few of those come to my head. I'm going to go for... pronunciation's probably wrong. Shower?
Shower.
Shower.
Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said shower. It's right. Now, this could be very, very good, Drew. Look at that. Yes! Very, very well done. That's a pointless answer, Drew. It adds £250 to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £6,500, and it scores you nothing. Very well done indeed.
Yeah, so it's a loose trouser usually worn on the Indian subcontinent that tapers into the ankle.
Brilliant. Banali.
Right, well, I was going to go for that, so I'm going to have to extend myself a bit more. But I think I'm going to go for +4s.
OK, you're saying +4s. And let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said +4s. Right. $14 for +4s, Richard.
Yeah, good safe answer, Banali. So it's a baggy trouser worn to just below the knee.
Thank you very much. Now, Paul, types of trouser.
Yeah. I might go outrageous and try the top one. Bracky. Is that
Bracky.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said bracky. Good luck. It's right.
So, man, I thought they were called bracky.
It's right. Down it goes. Yes! Very well done. That's pointless. It adds another £250 to today's jackpot, takes the total up to 6,750, and it scores you nothing. Not only our second pointless, also our second slightly skewed high five there. Two people very nearly risking...
He's too tall for me, that's why.
Yeah.
I asked him for a low five earlier on, but it didn't happen.
He missed that as well.
Yeah.
Richard.
Yeah, Bracky, another pointless answer. I knew trousers would be a good round. I knew it. Bracky is actually, it's actually Latin for trousers, and it refers to a particular type of woolen trouser.
That's what I was saying to my brother.
Yeah. No, I heard you, yeah.
Gwyn. Gwyn, you're the last person to have this rack of trousers, so you can talk us through them if you like, and tick them off as you go down them, and pick one to submit.
Well, I'm running out of options. I was going to say bracky, honest. And normally I'm, as you can tell, the fashion guru.
Indeed.
Unfortunately, I don't know a lot about trousers. I think I will take a chance on pantaloons.
Let's see if pantaloons is right, and if it is, let's see how many people said pantaloons. Very well done, it's right. Done, Gwyn. 4 points for pantaloons. Richard.
Yeah, well done, Gwyn. Very low-scoring round, isn't it? They're long, tight-fitting trousers. They go over the feet like tights. Let's take a look at the rest of the board. Flares, obviously that would have scored you 38. Cords would have scored you 24. Now, by process of elimination, eye slips is an incorrect answer. Do you know why it's an incorrect answer?
No.
No, very obscure one. You know the video for Baggy Trousers by Madness? It's filmed at Islip Street School in Kentish Town, North London.
Wow.
Yeah.
OK, let's take a look at those scores halfway through the round. Drew and Lloyd, Paul and Eddie. Fantastic answers from the pair of you pairs. Then up to 4 for Gwyn and Matt. Then up... Who would have thought 14 was going to be the high score in that pass? But I'm afraid, banally, it is. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 7 more answers on the board. Remember, we are looking for types of trouser, in case you'd forgotten. Our second set of 7 reads like this. Paderborns, chaps, jeans, capris, churidars, bell-bottoms, salopettes. I'll read them one more time. Paderborns, chaps, jeans, capris, churidars, bell-bottoms, salopettes. And again, I can tell you at least one of those answers is pointless, and at least one of those answers is incorrect. Pick an incorrect one, and you will score 100 points. So then, Matt, you're on 4. The high scorers are Freya and Benali on 14, which means if you can score 9 or less, you are through to the next round. What do you think?
So I'm going to go for something that probably isn't one of the obvious ones, but I'm going to go for chaps.
OK, chaps, you're saying. There they are, second one down. Here is your red line. If you can get below that red line with chaps, you are through to the next round. Let's see if chaps is right and how many people said it. Yep. Oh, very, very well done. Spectacular, Matt. That's a pointless answer. That's £250 to today's jackpot. Takes the total up to £7,000. It scores you nothing and leaves your total at 4. Very well done, Richard.
Yeah, well done, Matt. Chap short for chaparreras, stout leather trousers worn by cowboys to protect their legs.
Now then, Eddie. The high scorers are still Freya and Benali on 14. You're on nothing. Should you score 13 or less, you're through to the next round.
Well, I've heard of one, but I don't know if they're trousers or not. I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to say salopettes.
Salopettes, you are saying. There they are at the bottom of the screen. Let's see if salopettes is right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Very well done. Yep, you've done it. Oh, it's another one. That's another pointless answer. It adds a further £250 to today's jackpot. Takes the total up to £7,250. It scores you nothing and leaves your total at nothing. Very, very well done.
Yeah, well played, Eddie. Very rare double pointless there. Salopettes, they're one for skiing. They're like quilted trousers held on by shoulder straps.
Double pointless, you see.
All about the trousers.
All about the
Should we do trousers every day?
No, not every day. Keep trousers special.
Like every couple of days or something.
Yeah, that'll do. OK, Freya, you are on 14, which means you are still the high scorers. How can this possibly be?
I think I'm at a disadvantage being the only person not wearing trousers on the show.
Can I just say I'm not wearing trousers either?
There's a few I know, but I'm obviously just going to have to take a risk. I'm going to go for Paderborns and hope.
Paderborns.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Paderborns? It sounds sort of faintly familiar. Banali, Paderborns?
I know it's a city in Germany.
Oh, no.
I hope they're from there.
Maybe it'll be a mad third pointless on this board. Very best of luck. Let's hope it is. Let's see if Paderborns is right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Yeah. Oh, bad luck. I'm afraid that is an incorrect answer, which means you scored the maximum of 100 points, taking your total up to an unassailable 114. Richard.
Yeah, sorry, Freya. Banali, you're right. It's a German city, Paderborn. Annually, they celebrate, rather uniquely, they celebrate No Pants Day in Paderborn.
Oh. Well, just chaps?
No, women as well.
Now then, Lloyd, it is your privilege to mop up at the end of this round. Take us through everything on that board and either have a guess at it or whatever.
Well, I definitely know 3 and I don't know 1, so I'll go for Churidas.
Churidas.
Churidas, yeah.
OK, let's see if Churidas is a right answer. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. It's right. That might mean it's only going in one direction, this. And it is! What about that, Lloyd? That's yet another pointless. It adds yet another £250 to today's jackpot. Takes the total up to £7,500. It scores you nothing, leaving your total at a brilliant nothing.
Yeah, Churidas. Drew gave us Shalwar, you gave us Churidas. They're from India as well. They're a tight, long-fitting trouser. That's 5 pointless answers in one round. It's literally the most successful round we've had in pointless history, that one. Let's fill in the rest of the boards. Jeans was the highest score in there by quite a long way, 88 points. Bell-bottoms would have scored you 11 points, and capris would have scored you 9 points. Very well done if you got any of those pointless answers on either board at home, though.
Well, thank you very much, Richard. So at the end of round 1, the losing pair with the highest score is Banali and Freya. Well, dear, oh dear, oh dear, somebody had to score high, and I'm afraid it was you. I mean, we can discount the 100 because you had to find something really low scoring. But the 14, who would have thought that that would be your high score that puts you into that
Obviously,
sort of
need to spend more time at home wearing trousers.
Well, just a bit of time at home wearing trousers might be a start, Banali, but... yeah, well...
I am a student. We do spend a lot of time not dressed.
That's true.
Speak for yourself.
The great news for us is we will see you again next time, and we'll look forward to that very much. But meanwhile, thank you very much for playing, Freya and Banali. Brilliant. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Now, obviously, there's only room for 2 pairs in the head-to-head, so one of the teams in front of me now will be leaving at the end of this round. OK, our category for round 2 is... comedy. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. And our round 2 question concerns comedians and their comedy partners. Comedians and their comedy partners, Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you 6 comedians on each pass. We asked 100 people to tell us the comedy partner with which they are most commonly associated. Give us a nice obscure answer, you're going to score fewer points, but give us an incorrect answer and you'll score 100 points. So there's going to be 6 on each pass, 12 answers for you to get at home. Very best of luck. OK, thank you very much. So we are looking for the comedy partners who most famously partner these people. Let's see. Our first list reads like this. Stephen Fry, Ronnie Corbett, Dawn French, Stuart Lee, Mel Smith, David Mitchell. I'll read those all one more time. Stephen Fry, Ronnie Corbett, Dawn French, Stuart Lee, Mel Smith, David Mitchell. Now then, Drew.
OK, I'm not too good at this, but quite enjoy the show, so I'm going to go with David Mitchell and Howard Webb.
David Mitchell and Howard Webb. We will see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said David Mitchell and Howard Webb. Bad luck, Drew. Bad luck. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer, which means you score the maximum of 100 points. Richard.
Yeah, Drew, sorry about that. I won't give you the right answer just in case Paul or Gwyn want to have a go at the same question, but I will tell you Howard Webb is the English referee who officiated the last World Cup final.
Knew him from somewhere, knew him from somewhere.
OK, now then, Paul.
Yeah, well, there's a few obvious ones there, so I'm going to try Stephen Fry and Hugh Lloyd.
OK, let's see if that's right. If it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Hugh Lloyd. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's an incorrect answer, I'm afraid, which means you also score the maximum of 100 points. Wow.
Yeah.
From our lowest scoring round, possibly to our highest.
So we just go back to trousers, everybody.
Please, thank you very much.
I won't give you the right answer in case Gwyn wants to have a go at that one.
So then, Gwyn, you're the last person to have this board. You can fill in all the pieces there, if you like.
I don't know whether this is a dream question for me or whether I'm in a dream. It could be either. But I think I'll go for Mel Smith and Griff Rhys-Jones.
Griff Rhys-Jones. OK, that's what you're saying for Mel Smith. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Yep, it's right. 44. 44, very well done.
Yeah, well done, Gwyn. You start together on Not the 9 O'Clock News and then Alas, Smith and Jones. I suspect you could probably fill in this board, Zander. Dawn French.
Jennifer Saunders.
Yep, would have scored you 71. Ronnie Corbett.
Ronnie Barker.
Yep, would have scored you 60, quite low. Stephen Fry, his partner is...
Hugh Laurie.
Hugh Laurie, yeah, 47. David Mitchell, it's not Howard Webb, it's...
I haven't even heard of either of them. Is that ridiculous?
I've got to say I'm a very, very big fan of them. But I like sketch comedy. Yours... I know you do a sketch show as well, don't you? Which, to me, that's a bit mucky. I quite like Mitchell and Robert Webb. And Stuart Lee is the best answer on the board. Used to be a double act with...
Richard Herring.
Richard Herring would have scored 2 points, so very well done if you said that at home.
Very good. Thanks, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at those scores. Gwyn and Matt, very much the kings of the castle there on 44, and Paul and Eddie and Drew and Lloyd, very much the dirty rascals there on 100. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more comedians on the board, and here they are. Peter Cook, Steve Punt, Ant McPartlin, Noel Fielding, Mel Gidroic, Vic Reeves. I'll read those all one more time. Peter Cook, Steve Punt, Ant McPartlin, Noel Fielding, Mel Gidroic and Vic Reeves. Now, remember, we are looking for the famous comedy partners of these comedians, and obviously are trying to find the one that the fewest of our 100 people knew. So, Matt, your father scored the only correct answer in the first pass.
Yeah.
The high scorers on 100 are these other pairs. If you can score 55 or less, you're through to the head-to-head.
In that case, I think I'm going to go for Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer.
There he is, bottom of the table. Let's see if that's right and how many people said it. Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer. 65. 65 takes your total up to 109. Not bad at all, Matt.
Yeah, well played, Matt. Should see you safely through. Stars of Big Night Out, all sorts of things, Vic and Bob.
Now then, Eddie. The high scorers are now Matt and Gwyn on 109. If you can score 8 or less, you are through to the head-to-head.
Well, I know a couple of them up there.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only one I'm going to go for. The great Peter Cook and Dudley Moore.
Peter Cook and Dudley Moore, says Eddie. Is it right? How many people said it? It's right. '51 takes your total up to 151. Richard?
Yeah, good answer, Eddie. It's a correct answer. We'll have to see if it's good enough to get you through, yeah, as you say, the great Peter Cook and the great Dudley Moore.
Indeed. Now then, Lloyd. Lloyd, the high scorers are Paul and Eddie on 151, you're on 100. If you can score 50 or less, you are through to the head-to-head.
It's quite a good round for me. I love entertainment. So fingers crossed I get this person right. But I don't know who Steve Punt is. Ant McPartlin's obviously Declan Donnelly. Noel Fielding, Mighty Boosh with Julian. I don't know his surname. So I'm going to go for Mel Gedroich and Sue Perkins.
So, Mel Gedroich and Sue Perkins. Very well said, Lloyd. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Yes, you've done it! Very, very well done. 10 points for that. Takes your total up to 110. That's a great answer, Lloyd.
Yeah, very, very well played. Lovely Mel and lovely Sue, Mel and Sue. Let's go through the rest of the board. Ant McPartlin.
Declan Donnelly,
Declan Donnelly. He would have scored you 74 points. Steve Punt.
Hugh Dennis.
Hugh Dennis, absolutely right. Now starring and outnumbered, of course. That would have scored you 21. And Noel Fielding, you're right, it is Julian. It's Julian Barrett in the Mighty Bush. Would have scored 1 point. That's the best answer on that board, so very well done if you got that.
Thank you very much, Richard. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, Paul and Eddie. Oh, it was a tough round, that one.
Oh, yeah.
A tough round from double pointless
to 100 for me.
To 151. Well, it was a tough one. Did you know any of them when we started filling them in?
Yeah, well, when I said
Lloyd.
Hugh Lloyd, I meant Laurie, but I'd said it.
Yeah.
It'd come out as Hugh Lloyd, yeah.
Well, it's a great shame to be saying goodbye to you so soon, but we will see you again next time, and we'll look forward to it very much. Meanwhile, thanks so much for playing, Eddie and Paul. Brilliant. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Very well done, Drew and Lloyd, Gwyn and Matt. You've made it through to the head-to-head. Now, obviously, only one pair can make it through to today's final and play for the jackpot, which currently stands at a whopping £7,500. Now, for each question, each pair needs to give me just one answer. You are now allowed to confer. All you have to do is come up with an answer that scores less than the other pair to win that question. The first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for today's jackpot. Let's play Pointless. OK, here is your first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Von Trapp children as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for the first names of any of the 7 Von Trapp children from the film musical The Sound of Music, please.
OK. Now then, Drew and Lloyd, because you played best throughout the show so far, you get to go first.
Kurt.
You're going to go for Kurt?
Yes.
Gwyn and Matt?
Let's go Marie.
No, let's go Greta.
Greta.
Should we go Greta?
Greta.
Greta. You're going to go for Greta. We have Kurt. We have Greta. Lloyd and Drew have gone for Kurt. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Kurt. He's right. $14 for Kurt. 14 for Kurt. Now then, Gwyn and Matt have gone for Greta. A complete guess?
Yep.
Greta, let's find out. Is it right? How many people said it? If it is, Greta. Bad luck. Unfortunately, Greta, an incorrect answer, which means after the first question, Drew and Lloyd are up 1-0. Richard.
Yeah, well played, Drew and Lloyd. You very nearly fluked that, though. There's not a Greta, but there is a Gretel. So you're 1 letter away, and Gretel would have scored you 12 points. Let's take a look at all 7, see if anyone at home's got all of these. Louisa, 7, Brigitte, 9, Friedrich, 11. There's Gretel, 12, Kurt, 14, Marta, 16, and Liesel up the top on 25. Very well done if you got all of them.
Here is your second question. Now, Gwyn and Matt, you have to win this question to stay in the game. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many political party leaders since 1990 who were born in Scotland as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any leader of the Conservative, Labour or Liberal Democrat Party from 1990 right up through to May 2011 who was born in Scotland, please. Very best of luck.
OK, now, Gwyn and Matt, you go first this time.
Any political party, Labour, Leader.
Charles Kennedy.
Now then, Drew and Lloyd, you can continue conferring out loud, should you need to.
No, we don't need
Okay,
to.
going through the leaders, and I can't really think of many who are born in... I can name them, but can't say where they're born. So we're going to go with the obvious one, with Gordon Brown.
All we can say.
OK, Gordon Brown, you're going to say we have Charles Kennedy and we have Gordon Brown. In the order they were given, Gwyn and Matt said Charles Kennedy. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Yes, it's right. Very well done. Very well done. So, Drew and Lloyd, let's see. Gordon Brown. Is that right? And if it is, how many people said that? It's right. It's a very high score. Very well done, Gwyn and Matt. You've won that point, which means after 2 questions, it's 1-1. Very exciting, Richard.
There's actually 6 names on this list, 6 party leaders since 1990. Let's take a look, see if you got all of them. Ian Duncan Smith for the Tories. He was born in Edinburgh, would have scored you 9 points. Ming Campbell for the Lib Dems, born in Glasgow, would have scored you 12. John Smith, the former Labour leader, would have scored you 14. There's Charles Kennedy, 15, led the Lib Dems, of course, born in Inverness. Tony Blair, born in Edinburgh, would have scored you 22 points. It would have been a very good answer, actually. And Gordon Brown, 67 points, born in Glasgow.
Thank you very much. Now, here is your third question. Whoever wins this question is through to the final and playing for that massive jackpot. OK, here we go. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Barbra Streisand films as they could. Barbra Streisand films, Richard.
Yeah, looking for any Barbra Streisand film made for general cinema release up to April 2011. She has to have an acting credit or a voice credit in it. As always, no short films, TV films, anything like that.
OK, now then, Drew and Lloyd, you go first this time.
Yeah, I know she's a singer. I know she was in... no. Little Women? Anything? It's not right, I know, but Little Women? I can't name anything.
OK, Little Women, you'll say. Gwyn and Matt, it's over to you.
We've got a couple of answers, but I don't think we're completely sure on either of them. And then my dad pulled another corker from the bag.
If it's right.
If it's right, it's a corker. It's called Yentl.
Yentl.
I think that's a good film. I think so.
Whoever wins this question goes through to the final and plays for that jackpot of £7,500. OK, Little Women, say Drew and Lloyd. Let's see if that's right. No, I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. Bad luck, Drew and Lloyd. Yentl is what Gwyn and Matt are saying. All it has to be is correct. Let's see if it is. Yentl, is it right? It is! Well done. Very well done. 14 for Yentl. That's a great answer. A lovely low score, but all it had to be was correct. But it means that after 3 questions, Gwyn and Matt are through to the final 2-1. Richard.
Yeah, very well played. She starred, produced, directed and co-wrote Yentl. She did it all. Let's take a look at all the answers. There's a few pointless ones. Let's take a look through them all. She plays a New York housewife in Up the Sandbox. That was a pointless answer. She directed and starred in Prince of Tides. That was a pointless answer as well. The Main Event and All Night Long, both pointless answers. Nuts and For Pete's Sake, both would have scored you 1. Very well done if you got anything on that page. The Owl and the Pussycat one. The Mirror Has Two Faces with Jeff Bridges. That would have scored 1. The musical On a Clear Day You Can See Forever. That would have scored 1. Funny Lady, the follow-up to Funny Girl, would have scored 2. The wonderful What's Up Doc with Ryan O'Neill would have scored 4. A Star Is Born, 6. Hello Dolly, 7. There's Little Fockers, which is the follow-up to Meet the Fockers. That would have scored you 9. That's the closest we got to Little Women there. The Way We Were, 11. There's Yentl, 14. Meet the Fockers, 20. And Funny Girl, top of the pile with 21.
So the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head is Drew and Lloyd. Deirdre, did you know any of those ones on the board?
Yes, when you see them, you know them, don't you? Yeah.
I find I almost invariably do. It has been a real treat having you both on the show. You've been absolutely fantastic contestants, Drew and Lloyd. Thank you very much for playing. Great. But for Gwyn and Matt, it's now time for our pointless final and the chance to win our jackpot of £7,500. Well, congratulations, Gwyn and Matt. You fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £7,500.
That would be nice.
Now, the rules are very simple. To win that money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and you will go home with that money. First, though, you've got to choose a category, and you can choose from these 3 options. They are cities, celebrities, classical music.
I'd be inclined probably to go towards cities.
Yes, it's quite geography. We like geography.
Classical music. It depends who, but I haven't got a broad enough knowledge for
No,
that.
me neither.
No.
I don't think so. I think we're going to choose
Take a punt for
cities.
cities.
Cities it is. OK, well, let's find out what the question is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Commonwealth capitals as they could. Commonwealth capitals, Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any capital city of any country which is a member of the Commonwealth of Nations as of May 2011. Where a country has more than one capital, we'll accept any of those as an answer. Very best of luck, guys.
OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £7,500 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Your 60 seconds start now.
All right. Countries. What countries do you know? Commonwealth.
Only the obvious ones: Canada, New Zealand,
New Zealand.
Australia.
Australia. OK. Are the capital cities for them?
Yeah.
OK, so that's 3.
Right. Okay. Let's try and
They're
think.
more obvious ones, though, so...
Yeah, all right. Let's try and think of the least obvious Commonwealth capitals ones if we know the capitals of them.
Like what? Give me a name of another least obvious Commonwealth.
I know that. Well, that's
Some of the African nations are part of the Commonwealth as well, aren't they? Kenya, perhaps? Is Kenya part of the Commonwealth?
It may have been at one time.
Some,
what about India, Sri Lanka?
India, Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka?
There's a couple of Sri Lanka.
Is it?
Is there a couple of Sri Lanka? Formerly known as Ceylon.
Colombo, is it?
Colombo?
Is it still Colombo, or have they changed the name?
I don't know.
5 seconds left. OK, there is your minute gone. We were looking for Commonwealth capital cities. I now need 3 answers from you.
Nairobi.
Nairobi.
Ottawa.
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 Colombo.
Colombo. Of those 3, which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
I'd say Colombo was probably the best.
OK, we'll put Colombo third.
So
it's the second.
Nairobi in the second place.
Yeah.
OK, Nairobi second place,
Yes.
Ottawa first. So
Yes,
Ottawa,
that's it.
Nairobi, Colombo. There we are. We'll put them up on the board in that order. And here they are. Ottawa, Nairobi and Colombo. Right, we were looking for Commonwealth capital cities. You said this was your least confident answer. Remember, you only have to find one pointless answer to win that £7,500 jackpot. Let's see how many people said Ottawa. Is it right? How many people said it? It's right. This is your first shot of that jackpot of £7,500. If this goes all the way down to 0, you leave here with that money. Down into the 20s it goes. And there it stays. 26. So unfortunately, that's not a pointless answer, but you sort of knew that. You knew that. You put it first. OK, you only have 2 more chances to win today's jackpot. What would you do with £7,500, Gwyn?
Give me half.
Yeah.
What would you do with £3,750, Gwyn?
You're good at maths. I'd probably get a camper van and take my family around parts of the UK that we haven't seen. So probably go around and...
Go around the British Isles.
Yeah.
Very nice indeed. How about you, Matt?
At the moment, I get around on a bike, push bike, and it's a really nasty hill that I have to do at least 3 times a day, so a car might be useful.
OK, well, £3,750 would be quite a help, wouldn't it? Let's hope one of these remaining 2 answers will win it for you. Your second answer was Nairobi. This has to be right, and it has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot of £7,500. Let's see if it is right and how many people said Nairobi. It's right. It's right. 26 Ottawa scored. Let's see how Nairobi fares for you. This has to go all the way down to 0 if you're going to leave with that money. Down it goes to single figures, 7. 7.
Never mind.
We're travelling very much in the right direction. We've come from 26 down to 7. You only have one more chance to win today's jackpot. You said this was the answer you had the most faith in to be pointless, though, but it has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot of £7,500. Let's see if it's right. That's the first thing it has to be. And then let's see how far down it goes. Colombo, very, very best of luck. It's right. It's right. We've gone from 26 for Ottawa down to 7 for Nairobi. Let's see how far down we can go with Colombo. It's into single figures. Down it goes. Still there. Yes! You've done it! Very well done. Fantastic. Very, very well done.
Yes! Yes! We got it, mate. We got it! And the trophy!
Nice.
Very well done, Matt. Very well done.
And a trophy! And a trophy!
Well, congratulations.
Beauty.
You managed to find that all-important, elusive, pointless answer, which means you go home with a jackpot of £7,500. Very, very well done.
Yeah, very well played, guys. Very good answer, Gwyn. There's actually two capitals of Sri Lanka. They're both pointless. There's Colombo and Sri Jayawardenepura Kotta. And I'm amazed you went for Colombo.
That's the type of flower pot, isn't it?
Yeah, let's take a look at the rest of the pointless answers. See if you've got some of these at home. Bloemfontein, which is the judicial capital of South Africa. Cape Town, the legislative capital of South Africa. Funafuti, which is Tuvalu. All of those pointless answers. Georgetown, which is Guyana, Kampala in Uganda, Nicosia in Cyprus, all of those pointless. Abuja of Nigeria, that's also pointless. There's a few others as well. Very well done if you got any of those pointless ones, but particularly well done, guys. Brilliant jackpot, brilliant play throughout, and a great answer with Colombo.
Well, thanks once again to our winning players, Gwyn and Matt, who go away with today's jackpot of £7,500.
Will you say that again? Yeah, good. That was brilliant, wasn't it? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Join us next time and we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.
The BBC News at 6 and Wales Today are next here on BBC One Wales. And if you want more brain teasers, Eggheads is just about to start over on BBC Two Wales.
Lionel Bart was so convinced that it was a flop and heard this braying noise and thought he was being booed.
By this time, they'd taken 23 curtain calls.
The story was the same in all the theatres. Some said if it wasn't for the British, there wouldn't be any more Broadway.
It was magic. We knew if you could do that in a theatre, how exciting would that be?
These checks started hitting the doormat that made my eyes wobble.